So Don, this is Swamp Rat 3. How many Swamp Rats in total did you have?
We named my last car with a number is the Dodge that I drive now, which is a 2011 drag pack car, Swamp Rat 36. But what I have to tell you, there was about 45 cars because there were 3 of the 3 cars. There was 5 twos. There were 2 4s, 2 5s, 2 6s, 2 7s. So when you add up all those extra cars, it comes up to about 45 cars.
Is it safe to say you flunked the arithmetic?
Right, we know about where most every one of them is or have it. There's only a couple missing cars out of the whole lot.
Well, with about 45 Swamp Rats, Don, if you could pick one to be your favorite child, which one would it be? I know that's tough to ask anybody. Which is your favorite child out of the 45 kids?
It's not tough to me. It's Swamp Rat 1, because it was a homemade car. It was built on 31 Chevy frame rails. It went 176, it went 180, and eventually went 204. And I campaigned it over a period of time. It was built in 1956, and I raced it through 1962. It was the longest life of any car. I never sold it. It never went out of my possession. I restored it in 1979 and took it to the 25th silver anniversary U.S. Nationals and drove it down the track 165 miles an hour and started this whole nostalgia thing. They couldn't believe it. You could get one of those old cars out and the people would be so excited to see them. And the guys saw that and they started restoring these cars. And it really was something that really brought tears to my eyes, because these cars don't belong in garages. They belong out here where people can see them. Just like, I got a big kick out of just watching Herm fire up his car. And I raced the car, and I saw it when it really ran. But it was just so exciting just to stand here and watch it. It's alive. It's well. It could run if we wanted it to. And there's hundreds of them. There's actually more fuel dragsters from the old days now, all alive, all able to run, than there ever was at one time, because all of these cars existed over a long period of time. But we now have them all, almost every one of them is restored, and somebody's got them, and it is so nice. And of course, I'm a museum guy naturally, and so I see all of that, and I see how the people enjoy it. And if it hadn't have been for everybody going to work and doing that, these young people would never be able to see these cars like they really were in their days of glory.
Fantastic, Don. It's so nice. Let's hear for Don Garlits, everybody. Herm Peterson, what do you got to say about Don? I remember he used to be a tough competitor. He used to come to the Northwest. Jerry Ruth, Herm Peterson, those guys.
Well, I just want to tell everybody here one thing. I've known Don for a long time. I've raced against him. He's a great racer. But what I want everybody here to understand is that this man, if you took all the drag race drivers in the world and you put them in a flour sifter and you sifted it and they all fell through, when you got to the end, Big Daddy would be in there. And that's just not what I said. The whole United States voted on that a few years ago and made this man the #1 all-time driver in the world. And I respect him.
Unbelievable. Thanks, Herm. When they started doing that poll, right away I said, okay, Big Daddy's #1, but who's Force is #2. But who are the other 48? You got to admit, you felt the same thing too, right? Where am I on the deal? Well, Don, are we going to fire up Swamp Rat 3?
Yeah, we're going to give her a hit and see what she'll do.
Let's do it. Thank you, Don. Don Garlits, everybody, the Swamp Rat. How about it? Swamp Rat 3 and the man himself, the Swamp Rat, Don Garlits. If drag racing knowledge took up space, that man's head would be hydrocephalic. It would be this giant balloon thing on top of his little neck. He's got more, he knows more than I could ever forget.